Are you having the Kleenex box on your desk?
You hooked up to something?
Okay. Got it.
Oh,
Wrong
not
one.
that.
Well, now we know.
Now we're in mood lighting. Gosh, my glasses are dirty.
Oh my gosh, that's right. It gets hot in here.
Jason's like peeking through the toys. He's like, what's happening? What's happening over there?
Okay. How do we start this?
Just can't figure out how to like sit.
I know. It's just going to be weird. This is going to be awkward at first.
Welcome, everyone. We're the Daycare Sisters, and this is the Daycare Sisters podcast. I'm Brandy.
And I'm Erin. Let's answer the big question right away. Why are we doing this? And we actually wrote this down so we wouldn't screw it up.
We believe most people who run a home daycare feel isolated. You're working where you live, spending long days inside your own home, and there's very little adult conversation.
We know this because between the two of us, we've been running home daycares for over 25 years.
This podcast helps solve the isolation that comes with running a home daycare by letting you listen in on honest conversations and feel like you're a part of a sisterhood that actually understands this work. With your help, we're also hoping to build an honest, fun community here, talking about the issues that affect home daycare providers in a lighthearted way.
Something you can have on in the background while you're preparing lunch or just getting through the day. So you can finally feel connected instead of alone. Without feeling like something is wrong with you.
If you're a home daycare provider who's struggling with isolation, joining us every week is definitely the right decision. So please subscribe below or follow us on Facebook.
All right. Okay.
And we really do want your help. If there's stuff you want to chat about or talk about, leave it in the comments below or any other ideas you have because we are clearly figuring this out as we go along.
Yep.
All right. Before we jump in, let's start by introducing ourselves a little more.
All right. You know what? I will go first. I'm Brandy again, and I've been doing daycare since I had my second daughter. When she was about 6 months old, I started.
You've been doing home daycare.
Home daycare, yes, true. I worked in centers before that. I've nannied. I've worked with kids pretty much my whole life. I always knew this is what I wanted to do. Working with kids. I have my elementary education degree. I just didn't know how I would be doing it. So I have been doing it for 18 years.
In home daycare for 18 years? Yeah, that's right.
Anna was 6 months old. Yeah. So I have 2 girls and 2 boys. I knew I wanted to stay home with them, and on a teacher's salary, that is not possible. So how long have you been doing it?
Well, I have been doing in-home daycare for 12. Yep, I did it when my second was like 6 months old to 8 months old. That's weird that we started at the same time like that. But he is 13 now, so 12 and a half years I have been doing it. I have 2 girls and 2 boys, different order than you. And I've also been doing daycare since I was 16 in the centers. We did daycare together at a center at first. And then I did it a little differently, though. This is not what I've always wanted to do. I did it just as a job because you had a job at the center. Yeah. So I just kind of got in because you were working there. And then it was a job in high school. And then I went off to college and I started getting an architecture degree, then switched to a business degree and finished with that. And then worked in centers during the summers. And then as a nanny also when I came back after college, figuring things out. I went back to school for sonography, for ultrasound, and then got pregnant with my first and then was stay-at-home mom for a few years, and then you had kids, and I think you were going to be over numbers. So, and I was staying at home. So you asked me to get licensed and take on some of your kids. And that was how I started.
Yeah.
Really, I don't know what I still don't know what I want to do. And this is just what I'm doing. So it's not something that I have always wanted to do. I've always worked with kids, but it is just, I kind of ended up here.
Yes. And we run our daycares very differently. Yours is like a teacher daycare.
Transitioned to a teacher's daycare, which the couple of years ago, I transitioned to a teacher's daycare, which was so much better for my family as my kids got older, because didn't like being stuck, at home during the summers, and my kids were stuck at home and I was stuck at home, and they were getting older and I couldn't get them to activities during the summer, and their rooms were, it was just, they were home, and with the house being karma, just a daycare, I think they felt like they were living in a daycare, and I didn't want that for my family. So for the kids, so we transitioned to teachers. So we had summers off.
And I run a full-time, full year-round daycare for, gosh, maybe 10 years out of this time. Yeah. I've had an assistant, and she was a college-age student. She'd come home and she worked breaks for me. She worked all summer, so I pretty much had the summers off.
So you had the summers off, but I was working summers at that time.
Yeah. And now she is a teacher, and I don't have her anymore, which is sad. I miss it. But yeah, so now I'm back to full time. Doing it again.
Swapped.
Yes. I thought the animals were. This is Karma the kitty. Yeah.
I have 2 cats too in my daycare. We just got them. The oldest cat is just a year and a half old, so we never had pets. I didn't want to have to deal with pets.
Yeah, and we have a cat and a dog. So that is definitely something we'll be discussing as this goes on.
Right.
So, like, what did your life look like before you started doing daycare?
Well, before in-home daycare,
I mean, I guess we kind of talked about it a little bit in the sense of like we did centers and
we're always doing daycare stuff. In some sort of daycare setting. Right before, I was a stay-at-home mom with Izzy for 3 years, and then, which I loved though too, and I loved staying home with the kids while doing daycare, because then I could still be home. It was really nice when they were young, because they had friends. The daycare kids were their friends, and they kind of, grew up with them together, and we were doing the same things and same activities and stuff like that. But I don't know, I was in and out. I didn't know what I wanted to do, because I couldn't figure it out. I'm very much can't pick a thing. Even my hobbies. I am crocheting now. That is my new hobby.
Yep.
But I've done lots of other hobbies. So I don't know what I just keep moving. So,
and I think, I mean, for me, it was just, I was just getting through college and working every job. I subbed for a couple years before I started my in-home daycare, and I really wasn't sure that I wanted to be in a classroom at the time. But I knew I also wanted a big family, and this was my kind of way to have a big family and support the family and help, and pay the bills, basically, because
it does help. It's nice to be home. But it is more work than people think. It's not just like, oh, we're home and we can just do all the home stuff while watching some kids. Yes.
I mean,
That's a lot of work.
We've been through.
And how many daycare kids do you have?
I have 10.
and I have 9. So, yeah. And you have a bigger house. Mine is a normal size house, but it's not great to have the entire house trash. So I try and keep it to a, more one area of the house.
And I guess, I mean, I kind of do that too, where we have a sectioned off area. But it's just, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know.
We've been through the ringer.
Right. Oh, man. All right.
We're both married.
Married. Have been for,
A long time.
long time. And
I
yes,
think I'm on 22 or 23.
I'm 16. No, 16.
I should probably know that answer, but I don't.
It's easy because it's how old Izzy is.
Ah, that's true. That's so true. Yeah.
Yep, because we had Izzy right after we got married. So it's nice and easy to know how long we've been married. It's just how old she is.
And I mean, we're doing this over winter break, so our kids are all home.
Yep.
Our kids are very close.
Yeah.
And so they like to hang out while we do this.
Yes.
But I have 2 college kids, and they're home and bringing their friends home, and that gets a little challenging in terms of like how to do the daycare during the day when I have big kids in and out and people sleeping over, and just it's like a whole new ball game of where we're at.
No, and that's why I switched to teachers though too. Like it does get, because I open in the summer a couple weeks because the teachers have to go back, and so that gets more difficult. But it was so hard to do daycare with the big kids.
Yeah.
Being home, and that's why I switched, because I just couldn't do it anymore. I couldn't do I'm bored and they need different activities. And I mean, maybe it would be, I would have signed them up for more stuff or something. I was really bad at that. Like signing them up for camps and stuff like that. I just was really bad at that.
Want to go places. Like,
Yeah, but yours can drive.
yes. 3 out of my 4 kids can drive. So that makes it a lot easier. So at least even if the one that can't drive, I mean, somebody can always get a ride.
Izzy just got her license. Yay, my oldest. So she can drive, but we don't let her because it's just so. She literally just got it. I don't. She's right. I don't. Yes, you are not quite. I know. It's very icy this winter. I mean, it's a really good winter to practice on because it hasn't been very super snowy and icy the last few winters. So this one is good to like have her out with us to like get the practice and stuff, but I'm not quite ready to have her just like go off on her own and drive by herself.
It took a long time for us to do that too. Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, she can drive, but we're not quite there yet. So it's Thursday. Okay, yeah. It is. I just thought of like activities, sports. Like, wait, are we supposed to be doing something? So anyways, yes, I think that's the whole part of this too. Is like, I can't remember anything. I can't. And then it just popped into my head. Like, wait, what are we supposed to be doing right now? Should I be somewhere else right now? Like, yes. So, yeah, all the things going on. But anyway.
Yeah.
I'm tired. It's been tired. Well, we're doing this New Year's Day. So it was a long night last night, late night. So I'm exhausted, but.
Yeah. All right. I mean, I think also like how we deal with daycare and our family life is very different for both of us. Because
I know, yes and no, because we started doing daycare in the center together, and I think our daycares are kind of similar. They're different, but we do things fairly. So there's definitely some differences,
right?
But we kind of do a lot of things very similar too.
Yeah, I agree.
So
that's that. Yeah, and just learning because we learned from a lot of the same people.
Yeah, exactly.
So that is what makes us similar.
Yeah.
I guess also like with my family and yours now too, like both of our husbands are a big part of it.
Yeah.
You know,
Which is helpful.
yes. If I need to take a break or I need to go to the doctor or whatever, my husband can step in so I don't have to hire somebody. It's makes it a lot easier. Makes it so much easier.
Kind of been here this whole time, whereas mine like his job, he traveled a lot, and it was almost every other week he was gone traveling for work, which is also part of why I was first a stay-at-home mom and then doing daycare kind of fit in, because I didn't have to try and do everything, get my kids to daycare, get to work, get them home, and then do all the home stuff with the kids by myself for every other week for the whole long week with little kids. So it did make it easier to just be home. I was home when they got off the bus, when they started school, and I was just able to be there. And that made it was kind of, I don't even know. I feel like it was like the only job I could do with how much he traveled and everything, because it was just he traveled so much.
And my husband's a contractor, and with doing daycare, I mean, he was the one who brought them to appointments. He was the one who brought them everywhere because, it's hard for us to leave the house. So he needed, I mean, we joke that he was a stay-at-home dad because he pretty much, that's all he did was drive the kids places.
And mine was, gone a lot. Now he's home. And it is a world of difference. And it just happened in the last 6 months. And now he's home all the time. And it is like, I can breathe and I can relax. And it is so much better that he.
That being said, at least my husband gets on my nerves, frequently throughout the day. He is the fun one. He is.
Oh, yeah. The daycare kids love.
Yes. My husband will bring out the guitar and he lets them run and jump and I am like, no, don't do any of like these things. These are, my rules. And he's just, yay, it's playtime. It is, it's great, but it has its downfalls too.
Yeah. I'm not there yet. It's only been 6 months for me. Since he's been home. So we're still in the, you're home, help me out, do a lot more. And he is, and it's so nice. And he makes lunch and the food. He does a lot of the food prep and the serving and stuff like that, which is really helpful.
I do have to say though, I have bulging discs, and 2 years ago I found this out. And so now he is here to help me lift the kids and do if I need to do PT or if I need to go to the doctor or whatever, at least he can help me with that stuff. Yeah. So really for him to be the fun guy while I complain about it, it's not always a bad thing because
it's nice to have a both. It's a balance, and I think it's good. And yes, you do have a lot more health issues. As we went and visited our brother in Denver, and I had to be the pack mule for you on the airplane. I looked ridiculous.
That was pretty close after my injury.
Yeah. So you couldn't carry or move anything, and I had to carry everything, which was super fun. But yeah, and you had everything because you had to bring all your medical devices.
Like a heating pad.
And
a massager. Everything that I could use on my back, but I brought it all because I didn't know. Yeah, it's fine. It worked out.
We went. It was fine. It was. One of the plane rides was fine, and it was a great plane ride. They're super helpful people, and they helped me put all the bags up in the overhead. He couldn't lift, so I had to carry it all, and I am not strong. I'm very weak. And then the way, which was fine on the way there, people helped. And on the way back, that plane ride, they just watched me. They just literally, I'm struggling to get the suitcase into the overhead bin.
Everybody, I just laughed. It's all we could do at that point. I couldn't move, so I just sat there and watched her do it too. I don't know. Like what are we gonna do? Probably should have brought less stuff. I don't know, but what are we gonna do?
But anyway, so she clearly has some. You have a lot of back issues, and you have for a long time.
Yes.
So
And honestly, I think perimenopause, like starting like this age, it's just like things they're just getting worse. Like and not worse in like a even like an injury way, but worse in like you just don't know what's going on with your body. You don't know what's going on with everything. You can't. There's one day I'll be like yelling at the kids and I can't remember kids' names, and I'm like, you, oh my god, what's this? Ah! And then one of the kids will look at me and be like, that's so and so, and I'm like, oh my god, how come I can't? Oh, it's awful. Kid in the blue shirt, stop running.
names. Oh, and I have a bunch of names right now, like C's and K's. So that's fun. But anyway, I think we're starting to get off of that right now. But that was fun for a while. Not gonna go through that, but yeah, that's some good stuff though too, because you have like your diaper changing table. You have like stairs so the kids could walk up.
Yes, we just got that, so I don't have to pick them up. I got some big babies.
Yeah,
So
I have a mix. Yeah, I change the kids on the floor. So
I do that a lot of times too, because when I can get down on the floor, it's much then that works too. But
I don't have room for a changing table too, so I just have the little pad thing and then do it on the floor. Yeah. So, but anyway, so that's one thing that you've modified that helps you or whatever.
Yeah.
But anyway, I don't know. What else?
I don't know. What else? What do you think? Like people outside of this job, think of us. Think we do.
I don't know.
My favorite is when like the grandparents come in and pick up, and they're like, "Oh, hey, I'm so excited to meet your babysitter." And I'm like, "Good God!" And I don't mind it completely because technically I am just watching your kid all day, but I'm not.
No, it's way different. I mean, we're doing so much more. So I'm like super lucky right now. I don't know. I feel like because I feel like all the teachers they have are amazing, and I think they get it. Yeah. And I have like
it really is hit or miss with the parents.
It is. And I have elementary teachers, so I think they're used to teaching younger kids already too. Not as young as ours, but like younger. They're not teaching high schoolers or anything like that. Though I am getting a high school teacher starting, but she's I think she will be fine. She'll get it too. But yeah, I think the teachers just like know that we do more than just watch the kids and babysit the kids and stuff like that. And actually, my teachers don't even. My parents, they are really good. We don't do a lot of like structured stuff. Like, I'm not doing worksheets. Okay, yeah. I'm not doing that sort of thing because, they're little. I have a lot of little ones. And we color, but I just let them color. I'm not like making crafts and making them do actual like worksheets. They're still learning a lot. We learn, but we do it through play, and we just do it just organically instead of like sit down and do these worksheets. And that's fine I'm too tired to do that stuff. I'm just too tired. But some people can do it, and it's great. I think I did a lot of it before. I used to do that stuff. And my kid.
Then you were like, oh, I want my kids to do crafts too, so let's all do crafts.
Yeah. Well, and I think I just had a lot more energy then too.
I agree with that.
And now I just don't have the energy. So I just it's really. And my parents don't really care if I do. Like, they know that it's more play based instead of worksheet based.
Whereas I have a lot of parents who want more. They want
'Cause
more.
I think the teachers know what their kids are going to do in school.
I mean, that being said, if I don't do them for a few weeks or whatever, they're fine with that.
Yeah.
It's hit or miss, though. I think I had a lot more pre-COVID. I was very much I do preschool, I do crafts, I do this, I do that.
I was
very-
too. I
and
really
then
think COVID,
COVID
hit,
hit, and
and
I just
oh
was
my
like,
gosh. That really screwed me up.
Like, I'm tired. I don't want to do this anymore. Like, I'm exhausted. Like,
Exhausted. COVID really exhausted me, and I have not recovered. It's been 5 years, and I have not recovered from COVID because I had,
I don't think daycare has though. Like, I feel like my daycare, it's like they're different now. Their kids are different. The parents are different. Their expectations are different. I lost kids during COVID because they were like, they wanted more than what I could do mentally and physically. Like, I was like, I am doing so much. And yeah,
a lot of cleaning, and the whole like school, like my kids were home doing school work, so I had to like manage their Zoom schools and all that stuff. And then I had other kids that were coming to me that were like former daycare kids, but they didn't know where to go, and so I took them on. And so I was managing a lot of kids, like online schools during that time, and cleaning extra. And I had, little babies, and I'm trying to like work and make sure they can get onto their online class when they're supposed to, because I had young kids too, so they couldn't do it by themselves.
And I had older kids. I had like older elementary, and they were still, I mean, but it was just,
It was a lot of work. And then you had the hybrid, and then they went, I don't know, it was like
people's jobs changed, and it was just, it was insane. And now I think, at least for me, my business, like I was pre-COVID, I was full all the time. I never had people leave me. And now it's unstable. Like, I'm always like, ooh, is somebody going to leave? Is somebody going to leave? I don't know. Like, and teachers make sense.
Once I switched to teachers, I was way more stable. And word of mouth, like I don't have to ask. They just find me, and I'm like I have a wait list. It's like long. I'm good for a while. Though I will say that what COVID did do is minimize the toys I have.
Oh, yeah.
I have a lot less toys, but it's fine. The kids are totally fine with less toys in the daycare, or we rotate so then I can clean, and we don't have so many just out. And I don't know. That's the one benefit I have found.
Same thing where I have toys kind of stored away, and then I rotate them a lot. I do have more toys out than you do, but I have a big space for some of it, and I have like more like climbing and bigger toys. But it's the same thing. Like, I rotate the toys out because I don't want them out all the time, and just cleaning wise and stuff, it's just so much.
Honestly, and even I have found, well, and we don't have to get into this too much, but like licensing wise, like when they come into your home and they're looking for things, that could be wrong, I find the less stuff that I have, less just, I can manage it better to keep it clean and keep it, put together and put away, and make sure that because it's hard with having 4 kids at home, and like making sure that they don't leave a knife on the counter or something. They're like, oh, I want to, because they're older, so they can, cut their own apple or whatever. And then, so the less stuff I have to manage, then I can actually manage that stuff better.
Yeah.
Because it's
And mine's the same, because especially with college kids, they're not home all the time.
so they're not used to having to do that.
It's just like I'll find things in a drawer, like, wow, you can't leave this here or whatever, like, just like, come on, like, it's just, but it's just remembering for them.
Summer happens, like since we have the summer off now, they forget over the summer. And then we have to like have the whole speech of like, remember, we can't, when we can't leave that out, we can't leave this down. Yeah, it has to be all picked up and put away. I think that's one of the hardest things with having your own kids and doing daycare is like having like that, like managing them. I really don't like that part of it.
Yes, I agree.
Well, get mad at them and stuff.
I
So
would have never expected is that the parents would be more difficult than the children. And I guess I didn't, I mean, you think you hear, it's just like you hear about difficult parents, but you're like, are they really going to be difficult? My parents won't be difficult. Or I got these great parents. And then a switch flips. And you're like, oh,
sometimes you don't even know.
why do you have to be difficult? You don't know. And you don't know because an interview, even, I mean, it's hard.
Yeah.
I mean, a 10-minute interview or a 20-minute interview or an hour interview.
You really have to go. I feel like you have to go off of like a vibe. And now I get referrals, so I feel like they kind of know how my daycare is. I think that's like the best way because when they refer them to me, they tell them about me. They already know about me. And actually, I have a lot of teachers that my kids had.
Yeah. Right. So and you know them. So you met them in school.
Them at school. They know who we are. We're very laid back, and I am very laid back, and they know that I'm very laid back, and they know I'm not going to be doing crazy stuff because I just don't. I can't.
Yeah.
And they don't. They're fine with it.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think it's just
Get to that word of mouth. That's nice.
yes. And I think for me, word of mouth is still hard because I don't 100% know.
You don't have like a niche group. That could help too, but yeah, you don't have that. You have some teachers and you have some.
Yeah. But it's
Yeah.
And I have some blue collar, and so then even for me, closing like on a day, like a holiday that's not a holiday that everyone's off on, I'm like, oh, do I do it? Do I not do it? Because like the blue collar families, they need to work. Yeah. They're doing it because they need the money, and it's like I struggle with that a little bit because I don't close my daycare very often, so.
Of daycare providers and are kind of like people pleasers too. So I'm not as much. I think I have a little bit more because this isn't really wasn't what I've thought I would be doing. And so I'm kind of have that like this isn't, I love the kids. I've always worked with kids and love the kids. It's just not like I'm
a people pleaser to the core. And it's awful. I think as I get older, I'm probably getting a little snarkier. And there's been a few times where I have parents like left after drop off or pick up, and I'm like, ooh, did I just say that? Should I have said that? Is that appropriate? I don't know. Maybe I did not say something that was not very nice, but I'm like, I don't know. Sometimes it's just not worth it.
I'm nice. I'm not like mean. I'm just a little bit more.
So am I, but you're a little more curt.
A little more blunt. Well, I mean, I would say my daycare parents love me. They are totally fine. They do. I mean, they're fine.
They probably do love you, but yeah.
I tell myself they love me. I mean, I think they love me because their kids love me, and their kids come running in happy. I don't do.
And honestly, I think that's really what. If the kids are coming in happy and the parents don't, the parents like you because the kids like you.
Like me. Yes. I'm fun. And I'm very, yes.
Because I'm sure there's probably one or two that, might have a little bit of an issue, but it's fine.
They're fine. But everybody loves me. But I'm a lot more snuggly. I'm snuggly with the kids too. I think they like that too. So the kids like me too because I do a lot of snuggling, a lot of playtime. I don't know.
Yeah,
that's all. It's just like we're just a very relaxed, homey daycare. It's like at home. They're just like at home.
Yeah, Yeah. So, and I mean, we're relaxed. We're very laid back family too. So it's not. I mean, and my kids, 2 out of my 4 kids love the daycare. And they will come out and play with the kids and snuggle them, and they absolutely love the kids. The other 2 not so much. They are not kid people. I don't know. Well, one I'm sure probably won't have kids.
Have kids or so. So that's fine.
It's fine, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Never know. It might change. We don't know.
And that's fine.
Yeah. Well, let's get into what do you do for fun?
Crochet. And that's what I do. But I don't know. What do we do for fun? I don't even know. It's been a while. Yeah, we both ski. I haven't been skiing in a while though, because we don't have time. But
We both ski.
we just went and played mini golf.
We're big movie people.
Yeah, we watch movies.
We're big movie people.
I don't know. I think we are both very much into our own families too. Like we are very family people. So I just I love hanging out with my own kids and doing things with the kids.
I did until they didn't like me.
I know, that's why I'm soaking it in all now before they get to that stage. I know.
My college kids like hanging out with me. The boys, I have the 2 girls first, both college, and then 2 boys. And they're in high school, and they are just we would rather play video games than hang out with you, Mom.
So I know, but I have girl, boy, and the oldest, she now is off on her own, which makes me sad. 'Cause she just goes all to friends all the time, and she's constantly can I go over to friends' houses? And
that is one thing we could point out. Her oldest and my youngest are the same age and grade.
yeah. So then I have 3 younger, a middle school and 2 elementary kids. So high school, middle school, and 2 elementary. And I don't know, we hang out a lot. We do a lot. Though the 5th grader now, Nora, she's all up in her room all the time. She's hitting that age.
Yeah. She doesn't want to quite hang out.
But my 3rd grader, see, I play video games with him. We play a lot of Mario.
I like video games.
Well, I don't like a lot different ones, but we play a lot of Mario. We broke out the old school Mario. That was mine.
More, I don't know. I've never been a video game person, so that's not my jam.
I still play video games. So we sit and play that together, and board games, and we played Mario Kart last night. After we left here, we went home, watched the ball drop at 11, and then played Mario Kart. We all had to be party characters.
Oh.
And I don't know this. And then we did the party boards or whatever it was fun. Okay. And that's how we ended our night, was all of us playing Mario Kart.
I went to bed.
Then we went to bed. Yep. So
my oldest was downtown at friend's house, and my other daughter had friends over, and my youngest went to bed because he was exhausted because we skied all day yesterday. So it was just
my youngest, my 3rd grader, he we went to bed at 11:45 or so, and I read to them because I read to them every night. And then I have to lay with him because he still cannot fall asleep on his own. And I laid there till about 12:30 in the morning. And then I said, good night, I'm going to bed. I am exhausted. And this morning he's like, I think I was up until 12:50. I think I finally fell asleep. Because he doesn't sleep.
Yep.
But he stayed in his own bed.
Oh, well, that's good. Yeah.
So yeah, we have the youngest, of course, does not sleep, which is not great. It's exhausting.
Yeah. It's exhausting. Yeah.
So,
oh my goodness.
Yeah, especially because they also go to the early start school, elementary school.
Oh yeah.
So we all have to be up super early in the morning for them to go to school. Not that they have to go tomorrow, but
no, thank goodness. Yeah, a few more days. Well, I think we kind of got through a lot of our questions. It says, let's end with an easy one. What's your favorite dessert?
I think it's funny. It's an easy one. I don't think that's an easy one. I don't know. I have so many favorite desserts.
I know.
Cookies, cake. We make a lot of desserts.
I'm a big brownie person. So
Brownie's probably my least.
brownies are big. When I was younger, it was cheesecake.
I like cheesecake too. We just made chocolate chip cookies before coming over here. We did not bring them with.
No, it's okay. I did not see them.
No. Because
They did supply dinner, but fine. No dessert.
We are a dessert family. Well, I am. My husband is the cook, and I am the baker, the desserts. So I make a lot of desserts. I love dessert. There's not one that I like more than another.
No, I like a lot too. So I don't. Yeah.
I grew up eating ice cream, a lot of ice cream.
Yeah. Probably too much.
Too much ice cream.
Yeah.
Yep. So anyway. All right. Do you want to? I don't know.
So when we were kind of talking about this, we went on Facebook and posted in a couple groups, like, to see if you guys would actually want to hear us talk about this.
Actually listen to us.
Because we were hesitant. We were hesitant. We didn't know.
Very hesitant. I was very hesitant.
She really was. She's the naysayer of the group. Yeah, so she was very hesitant.
Yep.
And
Joy.
Oh, the dog. Hang on, the dog's got us.
Are you stuck?
Yep. She's on the cord. Okay. All right.
All right. Anyway,
So-
well, we don't.
we
That pointed.
we have no clue if that's anywhere near
No, that's okay.
correct. But okay. Oh, I do have a black lab. She's about 10. So, and she's very sweet, and I think she's telling me that she's hungry. But what you guys told us you wanted to hear, Kimberly, Pat, Sherilyn, and Chantel were want the podcast to be fun and humorous, sharing funny stories and talking about which I hope that we will be able to.
I feel like we weren't
Give
very
you-
funny today.
I felt like that too.
I know
Oh,
we
I
were.
think she got the.
I think we do.
That
We were not very funny. It's fine.
Sometimes we'll be funny. Sometimes we
We're
probably
tired.
won't.
I'm tired today.
Well, I mean, it's been a long.
And this was just introducing ourselves.
Yes.
Not a lot of funniness to that.
Yeah.
It's kind of boring.
Right.
Jackie, who I've known for a while, we've discussed a lot. She has a healthy, what is it? Healthy providers Facebook page, which is great. Jessica, Chantel, and Lorena want honest, story-based conversations about aging, aches, pains, physical wear and tear, perimenopause, midlife, which we are both in the great fun midst of. Like, we just.
I think I'm just starting. I'm a little younger. I'm just.
She does have grayer hair though. everybody.
Well, there was a lot of stress. So.
Chantel and Pat want to hear about balancing daycare with real life. Chantel wants to hear about running a daycare inside your home, keeping adult spaces, improving the daycare setup while you still have a home, which, oh my goodness. I mean, I think we've
It's tough,
revamped
but-
couches 3 times
I
because they
know.
just keep
It
breaking.
can, I figured it out fairly well enough for
Yes.
our, but it takes a little bit to get there. It
does.
takes a bit to figure that out.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Like,
don't even know.
I don't
Serious
either.
circumstances, Lisa, about serious circumstances like legal matters,
Oh yes.
stressful situations. That's definitely,
Yeah, hopefully, I mean, we're hoping that, if we can bring a guest on and talk about some of the things. Lorena, who answered, she has a nature-based daycare, and she expressed interest in, kind of talking about that, which is great. Both of our kids went to Dodge Nature Center preschool, which
So we love that.
just, we absolutely love that. Carrie was specifically wondering about teething. Also, like, as we move on, we want to get to know you guys too. So, introduce yourself in the comments. How long have you been running a daycare? You know, what are you guys doing while you're listening to us? Are you listening?
We can get
to us?
into.
It's okay if you're not.
Yes, get into.
And anything else, like questions, comments, whatever you have feedback for us, that'd be great. And a special thanks to Chantel Erickson, who gave us a long list of ideas to talk about. She's been doing daycare for 5 years, started during COVID, but has been working with kids for 18 years. Which, I mean, if you started during COVID, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Because so many people quit at that time.
Yeah, that was a hard time.
So,
All right.
But again, we're the Daycare Sisters, and this is the Daycare Podcast.
All right.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.
See you later. That was probably the most boring podcasting ever.
That one was really boring.
Yes. Oh.
I felt like it was because we didn't have anything to, like, it was just introducing ourselves.
Well, and I feel like
And we already know about each other's
Yes.
stories. So we
Yeah.
were just, like, telling each other the same stories that we
Right.
already know.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I feel like I'm hopefully next week will be better.
I don't want to not put this one out first.
Well, I mean, I guess technically people have to get to know us, but still.
I know. I need, like, a better one.
A gooder?
Gooder. I know. That was
A gooder one?
a good one.
Yeah. Been doing this. We've been talking to kids so long that we don't know how to speak properly.